Yes, okay, let's get into my first full set, no prior practice or experience. Here you can see I was feeling myself, I was getting into it, and it was right about here where I realized I did not know what I was doing, and I was not following no steps. So I put out a little step by step and started doing her manicures, cleaned off the spaces, clipped down her nails so they are all a even length. Sadly, she can't have long nails because she want to be responsible and have this job or whatever. And I was just like, boo, because when I was looking it up, it was much harder to lay shorties based off what the other nail techs was saying compared to longer nails. But we not gonna let that stop us, and we just gonna still keep going. So after I got done sitting down here and filing all these nails down, which took so long because I had such a cheap emery board, and I should have just really just got something better regardless of it being my first time. But either way, they still came out even. So now I'm pushing them back for real, like it's the next step in the process, and cleaning underneath her nails and whatnot. She was like, I wash my hands. And I was just like, okay. Anyway, I'm trying this again, and she went out, and I was like, I'm gonna put that down. She's like, well, let me try. And she picked it up, and as you can see, we put that bitch back down. So then I realized, hey, yo man bought you a drill, girl. Duh, dumbass. I actually used the drill to push back her cuticle bits. So I'm sitting right here taking the smallest head on my drill, and just go ahead and hitting up that cuticle area. It's definitely, as you can tell, it's getting up way more than what I thought I was doing originally with my little tool. And this is before my drill decided to be, a fake ass bitch to me. So we going, as you can see, I'm all the way to the second hand, okay, going in this drill. You could not tell me this is my first time doing this. And then this is where I think I start to lose it. You see this thing right here? At some point, you could just notice that it just keeps coming up, and then it just goes boop and flies right off. Like, girl, what the fuck? So I could not for the life of me figure out how to get the drill bit to stay in there. So when I was actually doing her nails, and it would have made such a huge difference as far as like the shaping and the smoothness of her acrylic, because once again, I don't really have no real emery board like that. But okay, here I am just brushing off that excess dust or whatnot. We did the best we could with what we got. It is just the first lay, so I ain't gonna stress over it. Here I am going in with my dehydrator. Okay, shout out to Overnight Amazon, because I was like, I am missing some stuff. And let's get into laying this acrylic. I would thought it'd be so nice if I could be able to use one of these things, for like a format and stuff like that. That thing got it though. Way, okay, got in my motherfucking way. So here I am just deciding to do it freehand, because it's not like they can be longer than her fingers anyway. And I'm just taking my brush after dipping it in the monomer and the acrylic powder. This is me trying it with one bead just to go ahead and shape them up. And I was eating on that first one, kind of, and then I got to this pinky, and y'all gonna watch me have to revisit that. But yeah, it looked like a little monster right there. But it's okay, because it's just the first time. So moving on, I go to this one, and while I'm doing this one is when she starts to tell me that like that other one girl is doing something crazy to her finger, and it's like pushing the skin back because I did not catch the acrylic before it dripped down to the side. So I'm like, oh girl, you show you should. All right. Then I also realized, girl, I didn't even use no binder on these things. Oh my goodness, skipping a step, which is why until I get the hang of it, I'm realizing I'm gonna need a little step-by-step guide. So she was like, yeah, girl, you need to get this off my hand. I don't give a fuck what you talking about. And so here I am once again trying to use this little drill thing to trying to shave down the sides of the acrylic just so that it's not in her finger. But I don't know if y'all can tell. I did not know what the hell I was doing with this drill, okay? I don't know if it was me. I don't know if it was the drill. I don't know if it was us together. And, we just didn't collaborate as a party. But that motherfucker did not do what I needed it to do. So I tried putting it on this little sander, and it started smelling like something was burning. I couldn't tell if it was the drill or her hand. So, I'm over here flipping, putting her in all uncomfortable situations. I pull out this little board, and I actually get to filing it down. Y'all, tell me why at some point when I was trying to figure out what to do to get that little piece of nail off, she lifted up her nail on the side. So I done finally got the part of my drill that sets right there, and I done got it all cleaned out and stuff like that. And I'm like, oh yeah, it's all nice to go. And she's like, oh well, it's lifting anyway. What? Girl, I'm actually about to start clipping these cuticles and stuff. And what you mean? But I'm going to go ahead and take it off because what I don't want is for her to get any type of infections or anything like that by doing stuff I know shouldn't be done. So let's go ahead and take this little motherfucker off. Don't eat me up about how I am removing it or not. I told her the risk coming into this, and she agreed for him. So, but I am going to try and clean it up a bit, and I decided that stressed me out a lot, and I saved that nail for last. Went back into it. Boom. Bop. Bam. You see that, girl? Like, what? This is only my third nail. Get into it. Yes. And then I started this is where I lost it. Every time you speak good on a nigga, they let you down. This is where I had to start using my fingers to pick at the acrylic, just because I couldn't get how to swipe it off at the edge. But like it didn't do much to the actual, to the actual end result. And then here I am, because her fingernail is so big on this part of her hand. That sounds so crazy. But I had to use 2 beads because it was her thumb, and the surface area is just bigger than her other fingers. And I'm just putting some extra monomer on it to sort of help me sleek it down or whatnot. At one point I realized I was a bit too heavy with my brush, but let's try this pinky again. And y'all, look at this pinky. Second time is a motherfucking charm, because what? You couldn't even tell the same bitch laid that. And then here I am again. Did I do 2 beads on her thumb this time? I don't think I did. I think just because it was so short or whatnot, but I was actually starting to get the oh no, I did do 2 beads. Look at you, girl. I was actually starting to get the hang of it by this point. And then my alarm went off, and we realized for like about half the way through that we were not recording for a bit. So back into it, just about done. I only wish that I would have just maybe soaked my brush a bit more so that the monomer got all the way through. It was like it had a couple of dry patches, but this is eating. Okay. Like, first time, girl, yes. And after we finish up that little pinky, we get straight into shaping it. Okay, now this little emery board that came with my acrylic kit was definitely hitting on something, and I didn't want to wear it out trying to do too much in the beginning, so I saved it for when I got to the actual shaping part of her nails. I definitely want to watch more videos on how you're supposed to hold the emery board and hold her hand, because I just feel like this took so long for me to actually start seeing the nail go down. But we got them there. Shit, no matter how long it took, we got them there. And here I am trying once again to have my faith in this drill, and I don't know what the fuck is. I'm like, what? You got one job. You got one job, man. You go round and around. Like, that's really motherfucking it. And apparently it can't go around and around too goddamn much. But yeah, blah 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 blah. Sitting right here drilling this shit. I don't really know what the purpose of this is. Oh, it's for the surface work of the acrylic before I go to lay down the nail polish and just buffing it out and whatnot, which you guys won't see me do the polish in this video, but you will see the end result. And then yeah, just go ahead and cleaning it up. And then she was like, are you gonna actually like buff it? And I was like, girl, ain't you just sitting here in a chair for you to be asking me what my next step is? But like, she was right. So after I got done shaping it up, I went ahead and grabbed this little stick or whatever. Oops, not me correcting the mistake as I'm talking about going to the next part. Anyway, after that, I went ahead and grabbed my little buffer stick and got stuff buffing down her nails and getting them ready for the application. And I would show y'all me painting it, but that would make the video way too long. And I mean, y'all know how painting nails go. Y'all been painting nails since y'all was motherfucking middle school. So it turned out way better than I expected, especially for me not to practice laying any acrylic afterwards. And once I get to the end of this buffing, here's what it looks like.